Hello guys, Nemogs here, and today we are diving into What If Naruto Was an Uchiha Part 13. Before I start, remember to like and subscribe to my channel and share this channel with your friends so they may experience the story as well. Also, sorry for not uploading last week as I've been doing planning for Season 2 of this story. Now without further ado, let's get started. 2 and a bit years later. In these 2 and a bit years, Naruto and Sasuke turn 11 and will be turning 12 in the coming months. During this time, Naruto and Sasuke train all the time. Before school for 2 hours, then after school for 5 hours. Every day, neither Naruto nor Sasuke slacked off during their training. Their motivation never wavered as they were both determined to become stronger and defeat Itachi. Every so often though, Naruto and Sasuke would seek advice from the third Hokage and the Uchiha library. They would frequently search the Uchiha library on training essentials and pointers for their Sharingan awakening. But sadly, even after exhausting all the possible unlocking techniques, Naruto and Sasuke still haven't awakened their Sharingan. Even though this development was a huge setback for them, they still both train tirelessly every day. Every month or so, the third Hokage would drop by and tutor Naruto and Sasuke on their ninjutsu mastery as well as their taijutsu techniques. With the third Hokage's help and their mindset to persevere, Naruto and Sasuke were able to master many new fire-style jutsus along with some wind and lightning-style jutsus. The fire-style jutsus they were able to master include the fire-style Phoenix Flower Jutsu, the fire-style Dragon Flame Jutsu, and the fire-style Great Fireball Jutsu. Naruto was also able to master the wind-style Gale Palm along with the wind-style Great Breakthrough. And as for Sasuke, he was able to master the lightning-style Lightning Disc and the lightning-style Current Transfer. Outside of ninjutsu, Naruto and Sasuke both progressed greatly in terms of their Sharingan technique and their taijutsu. Both of them now have the physical powers and speed of novice Chunins and Shuriken techniques comparable to experienced Jonins. On top of this, Naruto and Sasuke are now able to fluidly implement ninjutsu with their Shuriken technique and their taijutsu attack, making their Shuriken throws and physical attacks even deadlier. In the academy, Naruto and Sasuke still stayed at the top of their class. They were able to complete everything the school taught them with ease and held up the title of the Sharingan twins. Just like before, Naruto and Sasuke stayed extremely popular in school. Every time the Uchihas did something, ear-piercing cheers would come from their group of fangirls, with the loudest ones being Ino and Sakura. Those two fangirls always made cheering a competition, and never wanted to stop until one of them was clearly quieter than the other. As for Naruto and Sasuke's reaction, well, they didn't care. Even Naruto, who used to occasionally flirt back, now didn't even give as much as a reaction to the fangirls' wails. During lunchtime, Naruto and Sasuke would also frequently hang out with Shikamaru, Choji, and Kiba to talk about all kinds of things. Throughout this time, those 5 boys became even better bros. Whenever Naruto and Sasuke weren't training, they were spending their time with Shikamaru, Kiba, and Choji at the park, enjoying their time as kids. Now is the time of the year where Class E5 graduates. Everyone spent the past 5 years in Ninja Academy training and learning about becoming a ninja, repeating those exhausting drills and completing those mentally tiring chakra control techniques. It's finally time to graduate. Our day starts on the day of the graduation exam. 5:45 at the Uchiha compound. After a good 8 hours of rest from all the training yesterday, Naruto and Sasuke woke up to welcome a new day. Yawn. Sasuke, today's the day we become Genins. We will finally become a ninja after this, celebrates Naruto, getting up from bed. Oh, yeah, we should start training soon. We wouldn't want to arrive late for our exam, do we? Points out Sasuke, also getting up. Okay, time to go brush our teeth, says Naruto, heading to the washroom. For the next 45 minutes, Naruto and Sasuke prepare themselves as usual. They first finish their morning hygiene, like taking a shower and brushing their teeth. Then they'd cook up a simple but nutritious meal, eat it, and then pack a portion for lunch. After finishing their buckload of breakfast and refueled with energy, Naruto and Sasuke pack up their school belongings and head to train at the Uchiha training grounds. Arriving at the Uchiha training grounds, Naruto and Sasuke both take a deep breath. Another great day to train. Can't wait, says Sasuke, taking in a deep breath of fresh air while enjoying the rising sun. Yup, another day for us to get stronger, replies Naruto, doing the same as Sasuke. Come on, let's start our training, adds Naruto. After their short interaction, our Uchihas immediately start with their warm-up. First, they ran around the training grounds 20 times to get their hearts pumping and their legs warmed up. Then, they frog jumped around the training grounds another 10 times to work on their legs' explosive power as well as improve their cardio. After finishing their short warm-up or workout, Naruto and Sasuke were ready to start sparring with each other. Has Sasuke ready to lose just like yesterday? Comments Naruto with his hands in a ready position. Do you mean our evening training session? If I'm not wrong, I remember winning that one, replies Sasuke, also lowering his center of mass and readying himself for an attack. I was talking about yesterday morning, but whatever, less talking, more sparring, declares Naruto as he leaps forward at Sasuke in an impressive speed. Ha! You think I wasn't ready? Laughs Sasuke as he quickly steps to the side and avoids Naruto's charge. We'll see about that, adds Naruto as he anchors his feet on the ground while turning himself to face Sasuke. Fire style, great fireball jutsu, chants Naruto as a massive fireball rushes towards Sasuke. Sasuke, seeing the incoming fireball, fires an equal power one of his own to counter it. As the two massive fireballs clash, a small explosion occurs, covering the area with a thick dust. Taking this chance of a smokescreen, Sasuke charges in while activating his lightning-style current transfer. Naruto, still in the smoke, loses Sasuke's position and prepares himself for any incoming attacks. Calming down and closing his eyes, Naruto turns on his senses, hoping to sense Sasuke's chakra. Sensing Sasuke's position, Naruto turns around in the nick of time to block a lightning chakra-infused punch attack from Sasuke with his left hand. Ha, Naruto, your left hand is now paralyzed. Guess it's my win again, smirks Sasuke, still hidden inside the smokescreen. You think you can win against me with the same strategy? Well, I'm sorry, but I have found my solution, replies Naruto, channeling a great amount of chakra into his left hand to reduce the paralysis to a mere numbing feeling. What could he be doing? Wonders Sasuke, sensing a buildup of chakra. Here I go, declares Naruto as he starts making hand size. Wind style, great breakthrough, chants Naruto, blasting all the dust and debris away with Sasuke along with it. Boom, sounds Sasuke as he is slammed right against the biggest tree in the area. Sasuke, getting too cocky there. Just because you learned a new jutsu doesn't mean I won't. Guess I won this time, smiles Naruto as he arrives in front of Sasuke holding out his hand. Yeah, guess I got too cocky again. Anyway, good job. That jutsu was really powerful, praises Sasuke, accepting Naruto's hand and getting back up. Yup, I just mastered it yesterday. It's called the Wind Style Great Breakthrough. It is a really powerful wind style technique, but it does take some time to activate. If it wasn't for that smokescreen back there, you would have knocked me down before I even got the chance to use it, replies Naruto, looking at his left hand as he starts gaining more feeling from it. Okay, now that we are done with the spar, let's move on to our combination techniques. We should try pairing your new Wind Style Great Breakthrough with my Fire Style Great Fireball Jutsu. I heard combining wind and fire techniques can give the jutsu an exponential increase in power, states Sasuke. Really? That would make the fireball so much stronger. We need to try it, replies Naruto in excitement. Coming to an understanding, both Naruto and Sasuke distanced themselves from the massive tree. Then simultaneously, they aimed and launched their respective jutsus at it. Somewhere in the middle, between Naruto and Sasuke with the tree, the two jutsus connected. The previously fast-moving fireball was now traveling at almost 1.5 times the original speed, making everything seem like a blur of red. What was even more impressive was that once the combination jutsu hit the tree, a massive explosion erupted, blasting the whole tree to smithereens. Incredible, Naruto! That jutsu got at least twice the power compared to before. Its destructive power is amazing, states Sasuke in awe of what just happened. Damn right it is. We should give it a name. What should we name it? Replies Naruto, excited at the jutsu he and Sasuke just pulled off. How about the Wind Style Great Breakthrough x the Fire Style Great Fireball Jutsu, suggests Naruto. Naruto, that isn't wise. If the name of the attack describes the attack, then our opponent will know what we are doing before we even do it. Just keep it simple, and have it be Combination Attack 1, reminds Sasuke. Okay, fine. I guess having a cool name won't be as important. We should continue working on this combination attack though, As of right now, there's no way we can use it in a real battle. The time it takes for us to pull it off is just way too slow," adds Naruto, getting serious. For the rest of the morning, Naruto and Sasuke worked non-stop on their new combination attack, hoping to make it battle ready. 9:30 a.m. at the academy. Naruto and Sasuke, by the end of the morning training session, were able to synchronize their individual jutsus and complete their combination attack. Finally finished making their combination attack battle ready, Naruto and Sasuke leave the Uchiha training grounds feeling extremely confident for their upcoming Genin exam. Alright class, now that everyone is here, we will be starting our annual Genin graduation exam. Just a side note, you shouldn't be discouraged for not passing. If you so happen to not pass the Genin exams, you may take the exam next year and still join a 4-man team with a Jonin teacher. Your journey to become a ninja will never be restricted, so just remember to always go after your goal and never give up, reminds Iruka in an uplifting tone. Alright, I will be calling students up by your names one at a time. When your name is called, you will walk up to perform the Henge Jutsu. The person you will be transforming into is a thorough Kage, Iruka calls out from the front of the room. Now, let's begin. Kiba Inazuka. Hearing his name getting called, Kiba jumps out of his seat and runs up to the front of the room, ready to perform his transformation jutsu. Transform! Shouts Kiba. A puff of smoke then appears, covering Kiba. As the smoke slowly dissipates, a clear resemblance of the thorough Kage could be seen, replacing Kiba. Witnessing that Kiba successfully completed the transformation jutsu, Iruka nodded and wrote something down on his notebook before calling up the next person on the list. After around 10 minutes, it was finally Naruto and Sasuke's turn. Naruto and Sasuke were called up, and as expected, the transformation was perfect. So perfect to the point that Iruka almost wanted to greet Naruto and Sasuke as the thorough Kage. After all the 4th-year Ninja Academy students finished their transformation and had their performance marked, Iruka and the other teachers led the group of students to the target grounds where there were already 40 targets prepared. Alright, future Genins, as you can see before you are 40 targets set up 20 meters away. Here, you will be given 40 shurikens, with each shuriken corresponding to one of the 40 targets. Your goal is to throw as many shurikens as you can, as accurately as you can, in under 5 seconds. You will be graded on your accuracy and the number of shurikens you throw. But be warned, each shuriken you throw that misses will result in points being deducted. This test is to simulate real-life situations, as you won't have much time during a battle to aim your shots. Now, same as last time, when I called your name, please come up and take your turn, shouts Iruka, scanning his keyboard for the first name. Just like last exam, one by one, the students went up and attempted the exam. Some students decided to throw as many shurikens as possible, and some students decided to focus on hitting the target. But none of them were able to do both, as the 5-second time limit was just too less for them. Eventually, it was Naruto and Sasuke's turn, and because they had the same last name, their examination order was only one apart. Naruto went first, walking up with his hand behind his head, simply enjoying the simplicity of the challenge. Once he arrived at the throwing line, one of the teachers handed him 40 shurikens. Iruka-sensei, we aren't going to be marked on the time it takes to hit the targets, right? Asked Naruto, fitting the shurikens into his belt. That is correct. As long as you throw all the shurikens and hit each bullseye within the time limit, you will receive full marks, answers Iruka, holding the stopwatch in his hand. Okay, I understand now, replies Naruto. I'm ready to start, adds Naruto. Okay, Naruto, the timer starts now, says Iruka, starting the timer. Time passes, and soon Naruto's 5-second time limit is almost up. Yet, for some reason, Naruto still hasn't made any attempt to throw the shurikens. Seeing that he has only 1 second left, Naruto finally makes his move. At an insanely incredible speed, Naruto pulls 5 shurikens out of his pouch at a time, and in 4 quick motions, he throws all 20 shurikens out, with each of them hitting the bullseye. Stop! Shouts Iruka, right when the timer ended. Very impressive, Naruto, comments Iruka, trying his best to stay professional and hold back his astonishment. Seeing that Naruto passed, just as expected, Sasuke walks up to the throwing line, passing Naruto in the process. You didn't need to make me wait that long, says Sasuke, giving Naruto a clap when passing. Well, you know me, I don't like to show off. replies Naruto, returning the clap to Sasuke. You never change, adds Sasuke, as he completely passes Naruto. Okay, Sasuke, you know the rules. Tell me when you're ready, says Iruka, holding the timer. Got it, replies Sasuke, stuffing the 40 shurikens that are being passed to him into his pouch. I'm ready now, Sasuke adds. Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1, go, announces Iruka, starting the timer. As the word go leaves Iruka's mouth, Sasuke immediately pulls out 5 shurikens like Naruto and does 4 quick throws, hitting each shuriken on the bullseye. Impressive, comments Iruka, noting the results and readying himself for the next person. After Naruto and Sasuke's incredible performance, only a few students performed the shuriken test before everyone got their turn. Once everyone got their turn, Iruka and the other teachers led the students to the combat area of the school. Okay, students, this will be the last part of the Genin exam. For this section, you will be participating in a friendly spar with a randomly assigned partner. This spar will allow us teachers to evaluate you on both your skills in taijutsu and ninjutsu, along with your battle instincts and ability to react. Keep in mind, winning or losing won't affect your fighting score. As long as you show you're able to react to a fight accordingly, you will receive a good mark. The spar will stop either once we teachers feel that we've gotten an accurate read on your fighting capabilities, or when one side forfeits the fight and surrenders. During this fight, the use of shurikens and kunais are not permitted, nor are you allowed to deal fatal or critical blows. Remember, this is only a friendly spar, so we teachers can evaluate you on your skills. Don't overdo it, reminds Iruka, while purposefully staring at Naruto and Sasuke when saying the last 3 words. After explaining the rules, Iruka started announcing the sparring pairs. Learning from his previous pairings, Iruka purposefully separated Naruto and Sasuke to prevent elongated fights. Once the students knew who their opponents were, the students scattered to go find them. After locating their opponent, the pair fighters would stay together and distance themselves from the main group, allowing for easier differentiation as to who was still single. Finished with the pairings, Iruka summoned pair by pair to complete the spar. Pairs left one pair at a time until there was only 2 pairs left, Naruto and Sasuke's pair. Okay, Naruto and Yamcha, please come forward, calls Iruka, still writing notes down from the previous pair spar. Finally hearing his name, Naruto stands up and heads to the arena with his nervous teammate Yamcha trailing behind him. Once the 2 ninjas walked up to the arena, both were directed to stand on opposite ends and prepare to fight. The instant Iruka said begin, Naruto charged towards his teammate, while simultaneously gathering a small amount of wind chakra. Yamcha, on the other hand, looked like he was about to pee his pants, simply standing in the same place, hoping he won't be hurt too bad. Preparing for the worst, Yamcha guards his face with both his arms covering his line of sight, while Naruto takes this chance to launch a weak Gale Palm at his face. Struck by Naruto's weakened wind-style Gale Palm, Yamcha was lifted off the ground a few meters before hitting the ground with his butt. While Yamcha was still in the air, Naruto charged up a weak fireball and shot it at him. After hitting the ground like a frozen duck, Yamcha sees the massive fire coming towards him. With fear-induced courage swelling up inside him, Yamcha barely dodges the incoming fireball by jumping to the other side. Predicting Yamcha's movements, Naruto appears behind him and knocks him to the ground while locking him in place. Do you surrender? Asks Naruto, slowly strengthening his deadlock. Yes, replies Yamcha, making Naruto release him from the deadlock. Great job, Naruto and Yamcha. Now time for the last group. Sasuke and Krillin, please step up to the stage, Iruka calls out, jotting down the results from Naruto and Yamcha's match. Sasuke and Krillin stepped up to the stage, but unlike Yamcha, Krillin seems to be mildly confident. The moment Iruka says begin, Sasuke launches the fire-style Phoenix Flower Jutsu, sending 3 miniature fireballs at Krillin. Unlike Yamcha though, who stood in the same place, Krillin swiftly dodges them all, only getting a slight sear on a part of his clothing. After all the fireballs had hit the ground, a small dust cloud engulfed Krillin. Using his favorite strategy, Sasuke activated the lightning-style current transfer by gathering chakra into his hands, and enters the dust cloud. While all the dust dissipated, Sasuke is seen with one leg on Krillin's paralyzed body, which occasionally gave a small jolt due to the electrical current. Do you forfeit? Asks Sasuke, pressing a bit harder with his feet. I forfeit, wheezes out Krillin, still paralyzed. Okay, sorry if I hurt you. I needed you to forfeit, apologizes Sasuke, lifting his leg off Krillin's paralyzed body. After finally finishing the last part of the Genin exams, Iruka reminds the Academy students that the results and rewards for Best Ninja of the Year will be calculated and posted sometime in the afternoon. Iruka also took this time to congratulate all the Academy students on their outstanding work and said that they should head off and enjoy a well-deserved lunch. Tired and sick of the long morning examinations, the Academy students happily went for their lunch break. After a few hours of eating and playing around, all the 4th year Ninja Academy students were called back into their homerooms to receive their exam marks and possible award. Each student was then called up one by one to the front desk, where they would either receive both their ninja headband and their evaluation papers, or only receive their evaluation papers. Once everyone went up and received their headband, it was finally time for the awards. Class, it has been an honor to teach you all for the past 4 or 6 years. To remember and commend you for all your hard work, we will now hand out the awards. For our first award, we shall start with the Shinobi of the Year. And this year's recipient is Kiba Inazuka, declares Iruka. Congratulations, he adds. As Kiba walks down to the front of the room, applause can be heard coming from his sides. Yes, finally I'm the top of the class, thinks Kiba, as he cheerfully receives the award. After accepting the award, a certificate, Kiba walks back up to his seat and sits down. The next award that will be presented is for the Kunoichis of the Year, and this award's recipients are Sakura Haruno and Ino Yamanaka, declares Iruka. At the sound of Iruka's words, the two girls stood up from their seats and headed down to the front. On their way, the two girls gave each other mean looks and were pushing each other around. Even when receiving the award, a certificate again, the two girls constantly held up an angry face, looking as if they truly disliked the other person. After all the clapping and congratulations, the two girls angrily stomped off, back to their seats, occasionally still shooting each other evil glares. Okay, as you all may know, usually we only give out 2 awards at the end of each year. But because this year is all yours last year at the Academy, we have decided to add one more award. And this award is the Most Outstanding Ninja of the New Generation Award. This graduation award will be given to the best performing student or students throughout their time at the Academy. The recipients of this award also needs to have performed exceptionally well during the end of year exam. So without further ado, I would like to congratulate the recipients of this award, Naruto and Sasuke Uchiha, calls out Iruka, as he brings 2 golden trophies around 20 centimeters tall with a miniature Leaf Village emblem at its core. Expecting that they would get this award, Naruto and Sasuke both jumped out of their seats and slowly walked down to the front. While they walked, all the fangirls in the room erupted. Overpowering sound waves echoed around their small room, chanting the names of Naruto and Sasuke. After our 2 Uchihas arrived at the front of the room, they were both congratulated by Iruka-sensei and handed their golden trophies. Once the award ceremony ended, Iruka dismissed and congratulated the class on graduating from the academy. Iruka also reminded them that their meeting with their Jonin sensei would be tomorrow, therefore they should go home early and have a good night's rest. After leaving the school, Naruto and Sasuke were so excited about their new headband they couldn't wait to wear them and test it out. So our 2 Uchiha simply ran deep into the woods, put down their bags, and started sparring. 6 hours later, after finding a spot, Naruto and Sasuke immediately started their training. Just like usual, they warmed up before engaging each other in a spar. Ending their 5 hours of non-stop sparring, Naruto and Sasuke decided to rest and practice their Sharingan techniques by throwing them at carved out targets. As Naruto and Sasuke practiced, they struck up a conversation. "Oh, I can't wait to meet our Jonin sensei and finally go on missions. Sasuke, what do you think our Jonin sensei's chakra element is?" asks Naruto, with his eyes still on the target. "Well, hopefully it is fire, but if not, at least let it be either wind or lightning so he could tutor us on our ninjutsu," answers Sasuke. "Also, I think the better question is, do you think we will be on the same team?" asks Sasuke, focused on his throwing. "Well, I mean, isn't Gramps making the teams? He wouldn't split us apart, would he? Asks Naruto, back at Sasuke. Oh, good point. I should have thought of that, replies Sasuke. As Naruto and Sasuke's conversation went on, they started hearing rustling sounds from the treetops. Wondering what it was, they looked up to see a quick flash of an armed Anbu carrying something behind his back. Hey Sasuke, why is that Anbu carrying the forbidden scroll away from the village? Asks Naruto, his brain still processing what he's seeing. You stupid! He's stealing the forbidden scroll! Why would the scroll ever leave the Hokage's office? We need to stop him, whispers Sasuke, running off towards the Anbu's direction. Oh yeah, good point, comments Naruto, catching up to Sasuke. With the Anbu. Looks like I've severely overestimated this village's strength. Even 5 Anbu guards couldn't stop me. Seems like the plan of destroying the village is going to be a whole lot easier than we expected, the Anbu mutters to himself, leaping from tree to tree. Then suddenly from behind him, a voice yelled, Fire style! Phoenix flower jutsu! The Anbu, feeling the heat coming towards him, stopped in his tracks and proceeded to dodge the incoming miniature fireballs. After dodging all the fireballs, the Anbu then turned around to see Sasuke and Naruto flying towards him. Reacting to the sudden attack, the Anbu swiftly blocked the attacks from Sasuke and kicked him away. After Sasuke was knocked aside, Naruto threw his own set of attacks, which were to no avail, as he also got knocked away. What the hell? I was fairly certain I didn't cause a commotion. How did the Leaf Village react so quickly? Thinks the Anbu, now in the posture to fight. Hold on, the shirts these kids are wearing, it has the Uchiha crest on it. They're the 2 Uchiha brats. If I were to get them to him, he might grant me even more power, thinks the Anbu as he analyzes his opponents. While the Anbu was having his internal monologue, Naruto is meeting up with Sasuke to think of a plan. Hey Sasuke, you okay? Asks Naruto, meeting up with Sasuke. Yeah, I'm fine. Luckily these branches cushion the impact, Sasuke replies. Now come on, we need to catch him. No, Sasuke, this guy's strong. I think we need to use our combination attack to stop him, says Naruto, looking at Sasuke for confirmation. With a quick glare from Sasuke, both he and Naruto knew what to do. Finishing their planning, Naruto and Sasuke split up and approached the Anbu from 2 different directions. Once Naruto was about 5 meters away from the Anbu on the right, he used his Phoenix Flower Jutsu and launched 3 fireballs towards the Anbu. The Anbu, noticing the fireballs, jumped up and dodged each one. The missing fireballs then set ablaze a few trees, causing somewhat of a smokescreen. Then suddenly, Sasuke from the left appeared from the smoke and engaged the Anbu in a round of taijutsu, with its lightning-style current transfer activated. After a few blows from Sasuke's electricity-charged arms, the Anbu's movements were getting evidently slower. Seeing that his technique was taking effect, Sasuke jumped back and was joined by Naruto. Fire style, great fireball jutsu, yelled Sasuke, with Naruto beside him yelling, Wind style, great breakthrough. The wind fanned the massive fireball, making it much faster and much stronger. The humongous body of fire engulfed the Anbu member, completely covering the body. After the fire dissipated, a huge chunk of the forest was reduced to ash, and on the ground was a charred body with a scroll lying beside it. Jumping down from the trees, Naruto and Sasuke landed beside the charred body. Serves you right to mess with the hidden leaf, says Naruto, giving the black object a kick. Come on Naruto, that's not proper. Anyway, let's just get the scroll and leave, adds Sasuke, picking up the scroll. Yeah, okay, but first, fire style, fireball jutsu, says Naruto, firing a fireball into the sky. Now the people in the village should be able to locate this body and dispose of it, adds Naruto. As Naruto and Sasuke were heading back to the village with the scroll, a sudden shadow appeared from behind them. Turning around, both Naruto and Sasuke saw the Anbu towering over them with chakra formed around his hand, creating a chakra scallop. Using the chakra scallop, the Anbu cut both Naruto's muscle and tendons on his legs, rendering him unable to move. The Anbu then threw him aside, slamming Naruto against a tree hard, knocking him out. Sasuke, trying to help, dropped the scroll and attempted to engage in another taijutsu battle with the Anbu. But sadly, this time it wasn't even a fight. Within the first 2 moves, both of Sasuke's arms had their tendons cut apart. Having lost the use of his arms, Sasuke tried to use his legs to attack, but then was punched in the stomach and kneed in the head. Huh. Well, I wanted to play with you two kids longer, but that fireball you shot in the air cut the playtime short. This is the perfect gift for Lord Orochimaru. Both the Forbidden Scroll and the two surviving Uchiha members. Lord Orochimaru would be so happy. Ha 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 ha, laughs the Yambu as he goes and retrieves the scroll. While this was happening, the temporarily knocked out Naruto woke up. Still a bit dizzy, he saw Sasuke lying on the ground, eyes closed and not moving. It was at this moment that Naruto snapped. The memory of Fugaku's motionless body re-emerged in his mind, but now instead of Fugaku, it was Sasuke. In front of him lied his last family member and best companion he spent every day of his life with. The thought of Sasuke dying by Dyambu's hand completely horrified Naruto. Unmeasurable rage swelled within him. Naruto felt as if he was letting all of him out. Slowly, a red and powerful chakra covered him. Naruto's wounds started to heal. His originally short whiskers elongated. His body became bigger and bulkier. Red claws started forming at his hands, and a red chakra tail swirled behind him. Roar! How dare you kill my brother? You will pay! Screams Naruto. In a fraction of a second, Naruto launches himself towards the Yambu. With incredible power, Naruto pushed the Yambu through dozens of trees, and at the end, threw him to the ground, creating a small crater. The hell? Is that the nine-tailed fox? Examines the Yambu, coughing out blood. So that's the nine-tailed brat. I must bring him back to Lord Orochimaru. I hit the jackpot on this one, thinks the Yambu, as he tries to get up. Ugh, damn it. I'm in no condition to fight him. I'll have to retreat today. Lord Orochimaru won't be happy about this. Reevaluates the Yambu in his mind. Sensing the slightest movement from the Yambu, Naruto's bloodlust shot up again. With unforgiving rage, Naruto jumps up and slams himself against the Yambu, breaking a few ribs. Naruto then blindly punches the Yambu, pushing him deeper and deeper into the depths of the earth. After about 5 minutes of non-stop punching with blind rage, Naruto finally stops. But after stopping, Naruto realizes that he's been duped. The Yambu he was hitting wasn't a person at all, but instead, a log. He had been tricked again by the substitution jutsu. Realizing he has lost his target, Naruto jumps out of the crater in the ground and makes an extremely loud roar, alerting everyone within a 1 kilometer radius. Consumed by rage, Naruto started scanning the area to see where the Anbu had disappeared to. But while Naruto was scanning, he heard a soft cough coming from the direction of Sasuke. Realizing that Sasuke was still alive, and that the same Anbu wasn't anywhere close, Naruto calmed down, and as a result, the Nine-Tails chakra started dissipating. After all the Nine-Tails chakra has been dispersed, Naruto fell onto the ground and passed out. The next day, a few minutes after Naruto passed out, the third Hokage with his Anbu arrived at the scene of the battle. Broken and burnt trees were everywhere, with one section of the forest clearly missing a whole line of them. Noticing Sasuke's roughed up and unconscious body, the third Hokage started to worry about Naruto and where he was, as on the way here, the third Hokage heard a strong beast's roar. Immediately, the third Hokage dispatched 2 Anbu members to escort the Sasuke to the hospital. After taking care of Sasuke, the third Hokage followed the messed up line of trees to find a perfectly fine Naruto with the Forbidden Scroll and a massive crater beside him. Seeing that Naruto was fine, as was the Forbidden Scroll, the third Hokage ended the mission and headed back to the village, only sending another 5 Anbu members in search for the culprit. Miles away in an underground facility. After escaping from Naruto and Sasuke, the Anbu ran away as quickly as possible, knowing he wasn't in condition to fight incoming Leaf Anbu. Occasionally, the Anbu needed to hide from the Leaf Village search party. So during this time, the Anbu used his medical ninjutsu to patch up his remaining wounds. Eventually, the Anbu arrived back at the secret hideout. So you've returned empty-handed, Kabuto. Tell me what happened and I might just let you live, the man says from the middle of the room. I apologize, Lord Orochimaru. Everything went well at the beginning. I was able to take the scroll and kill 5 Anbu guards. But just when I thought everything went smoothly, I was intercepted. 2 Genins witnessed my escape and came after me, answers Kabuto with his head down. 2 brats? You were stopped by 2 freaking brats? Damn, you're more pathetic than I originally thought, Four Eyes, insults Tayuya, disappointed at Kabuto's abilities. Tayuya, watch your foul mouth. You're talking to Lord Orochimaru's right-hand man, warns Shirobo. Oh, shut up, you fat ass, refutes Tayuya. This comment from Tayuya led to a fight between the two, until a person with white hair and pale skin stepped in. Kimimaru, they both stutter, as Kimimaru towers over both of them. Don't interrupt, Lord Orochimaru. If you do that again, I won't hesitate to kill you, says Kimimaru in a monotone voice. Thank you, Kimimaru. Now, Kabuto, continue, Orochimaru says. Well, as I was explaining, 2 brats came in my way. They were the 2 remaining Uchiha brothers, said Kabuto, making Orochimaru sit up from his bed. Are you telling me you came across both of them, and you failed to bring them back? Questions Orochimaru, sending enough bloodlust to kill a man. My lord, I immobilized them quickly, and was about to retrieve the 2 Uchihas along with the scroll, but right before I left, that Naruto transformed into his one-tailed form. His one-tailed cloak caught me off guard, and I got bested. I sincerely apologize, Lord Orochimaru, says Kabuto, intriguing Orochimaru. Tell me more, orders Orochimaru. My lord, your vessels are growing to become quite powerful. They've already great mastery over their first and second chakra natures, although it seems they haven't unlocked their Sharingan yet, explains Kabuto on what he has learned. Ah, 2 chakra natures. Magnificent. At such a young age. What are their 2 chakra natures? Questions Orochimaru, demanding an answer. Wind and fire for the 9-tails brat, and lightning and fire for the other brother, answers Kabuto sincerely. Looks like they are growing quite nicely, laughs Orochimaru. In the hospital of Konoha, middle of the day. Hungry, mutters Naruto as he wakes up. Yo, Naruto, can we be quiet? I'm trying to sleep here, says Sasuke, rolling around his. Oh, Sasuke, you're awake? Why didn't you wake me up? Asks Naruto. He said you needed your rest, answers the third Hokage, sitting on the other end of the room. Gramps? You're here as well? Wait, why are we all here in the hospital? Asks Naruto, a bit confused. Well, you're here because you did our village a great service. You stopped a ninja from stealing the Forbidden Scroll, answers the third Hokage. Me? Questions Naruto, trying to remember. Oh yeah, that thief was faking as a village Anbu. Me and Sasuke saw him when we were training in the woods that day and, explains Naruto, until he got cut off. Yes, Naruto, Sasuke already explained to me what happened. I am here just to explain to you your situation, says the third Hokage, getting serious. Naruto, during your fight with the fake Anbu, it seems you have temporarily gained access to the 9-tailed beast chakra, says the third Hokage in a calm tone. Beast? But I'm no beast, replies Naruto, getting a bit frantic and emotional. Well, Naruto, as you have probably noticed by now, some villagers give you looks and evil glares, do they? Well, the reason behind this is because you've been containing the 9-tailed fox, explains the third Hokage in a serious tone. Gramps, you're joking, right? Sasuke, you don't believe him, do you? Asks Naruto, choking on his own words, trying to hold down his emotion. Look, Naruto, I'm telling you the truth. Sasuke saw it too. He's the one that told me after he was knocked out by the fake Anbu, a powerful red chakra took over you, and you were able to fend off and defeat the fake Anbu. You were the one that saved the Forbidden Scroll and Sasuke. This power inside you, it isn't a burden. It is a gift. A gift that just some villagers are scared of. That's all, comforts the third Hokage. Also, you containing the 9-tails actually saved the village 11 years ago, explains the third Hokage further. I didn't want to tell you before, but now I feel like it is the right time. Both you and Sasuke are now ninjas, and therefore, you should know, adds the third Hokage.
Why? But why me? Why me? I could have had a normal childhood where people didn't give me glares and hated to be with me. Why me? Cries out Naruto, getting all emotional. It was at this point that Naruto burst into tears. All that guilt and uncertainty he covered up inside him came bursting out like a newly opened Coke bottle. Sasuke, hearing that Naruto's cries of tears, hesitantly approached Naruto and gave him a hug. It's okay, Naruto. No matter what you hold inside you, you will always be my brother, and I will always be there for you, comforted Sasuke while patting his back. During this time of emotional weakness, Naruto decided to let all his emotions out. His sadness from the Uchiha massacre, his feeling of betrayal when Itachi left, and his deep hatred for the unfortunate events in his life. He let it all out, crying away all his emotions, with Sasuke there to comfort him. After about 5 minutes of long crying and letting all his hidden burden out, Naruto finally stopped. Sasuke, I'm here for you too, you know. I know you're still keeping emotions from the Uchiha massacre inside, just like me. You could tell me about them. You will feel much better after, says Naruto, wiping away his tears and hugging Sasuke back. Using this moment of closeness as comfort, Sasuke also opens up about his hidden emotions. He talked about all his sadness of losing his family, his hatred towards Itachi, and the immense burden he felt trying to conceal these emotions. Just like Naruto, Sasuke cried it all out, completely flushing out his emotions that's been concealed for many, many years. Once Sasuke also stopped crying, both he and Naruto felt power surging within them. They peeled off from each other, knowing the other was fine. That's when they noticed the difference in each other's eyes. They have reawakened their first Tomoe Sharingan. Surprised and excited about the sudden change of events, Naruto and Sasuke's emotions turned a 180 from depressing and sad all the way to happy and eccentric. The many hours of reading and testing in the Uchiha library on ways to unlock the Sharingan never even mattered. The Sharingan was always within them. It was just because of their twisted emotions that they were unable to awaken it. By this time, the third Hokage has already long left the room. Therefore, he never witnessed Naruto and Sasuke's new development. Relieved that they finally awakened their Sharingan, Naruto and Sasuke celebrated. Unfortunately, their celebration was short-lived, as they eventually remembered that today was the day they would be assigned into teams of 3 along with a Jonin sensei. Peering at the clock, Naruto and Sasuke noticed they were long past the end of school. Frantically, Naruto and Sasuke tried a few times to inactivate their Sharingan, but were unsuccessful. Under a time constraint, they decided to just have it activated while they rushed to school. In Class E5, on their way here, Naruto and Sasuke finally were able to deactivate their Sharingan. When Naruto and Sasuke arrived at the academy, they saw that nearly all the students were gone, with only one remaining, Sakura. Care to explain what's happened while we were gone? Asks Naruto, looking around the classroom for their teammate. Naruto, Sasuke, you're finally here, exclaims Sakura in relief. She then jumps out her seat and runs towards Naruto and Sasuke arms wide. Just tell us what's going on, says Sasuke, using his hand to block off the incoming Sakura. Stepping back, Sakura, with her cheeks red, starts explaining what happened. Well, today was honestly just a graduation party. There was a parent potluck, and it was really fun. Obviously not as fun when you two are around, but it was a relatively active celebration. Once lunch ended, we were forced to clean up the academy and make sure the place was spotless. So unnecessary in my opinion, but whatever. By the time we all finished cleaning out the school, we were told to head back to class for team assignments. That's when Iruka came in with a list of names and teams. Team by team, Iruka called us up in threes. Each team would consist of 1 girl and 2 boys, which would then be picked up by their corresponding Jonin sensei. Our sensei was the only one to never arrive to pick us up, so that's why I'm still here waiting, explained Sakura cheerfully. So you're saying you are our teammate? Asks Naruto, with a face full of mixed emotions. Yeah, I am. This is going to be so great. We will spend every day together from now on, cheers Sakura, waving her arms in the air. What about the others? What was their teams like? Also, what's the name of our team sensei? Questions Sasuke, as his stomach starts grumbling. Oh, about that, it happened like this, says Sakura, as she starts going through the events in great detail.
10 minutes later.
Then, up was Team 7, which was you two with me. Our team leader is Kakashi Hakate. And then the next few teams were Team 8, which consisted of Kiba, his dog Akamaru, Shino, and Hinata. Their team leader was Kurenai Yuhi. Team 10 consisted of Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji. Their team leader was Asuma Sarutobi. Unfortunately, it seems like our team leader is a bit late. And by that, I mean late by a whole hour, explained Sakura. So Team 10 has the famous Ino Shika Cho team up. Huh. Can't wait for the day we test our teams against each other, thinks Naruto out loud. Just as Naruto says this, the door opens from behind. Behind the door is a tall man with white spiky hair who is abnormally covering one of his eyes with his headband. Huh, are you Kakashi Hakate, our team leader? Asks Sakura. Yes, now meet me at the rooftops, replies Kakashi as he body flickers away. And this, guys, is where I'm going to end What If Naruto Was an Uchiha Part 13. If you haven't, like and subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications so you get notified when the next video comes out. If you like my content, please share this with your friends so they may experience this awesome story as well. Also, this video was extra long because last week I didn't post and I apologize for that. Hope this longer video makes up for last week. I also apologize if the audio by the end is kind of rushed. That's because I'm not really used to recording such a long video and I was getting a bit tired. That's all the announcements for this video, so until next time, see ya!